Today I fucked up by going blind and posting in our /pics. Today I fucked up by going blind and posting in our /pics. A friendly Redditor you /Kevin Dave Bob. This is certainly a today I fucked up and it all just happened, so I'm still feeling pretty terrible about it. I have a rare disease called Usher syndrome that is causing me to go blind and deaf. One of the ways I cope with having this disease is by traveling whenever I can to create visual memories before I go blind. I went to Iceland to try to see the northern lights. I can't even begin to describe the feeling of actually being able to see the northern lights. I didn't know if it would be too late for me to see them. I really wanted to share my story about going blind and seeing the northern lights, hoping to generate awareness for Usher syndrome. Only having a phone camera and being a very amateur photographer, I certainly can't capture the beauty and experience of witnessing the lights. I was able to find a public use image on the internet that would properly convey my story and experience. The photo has been linked so many times that I didn't spend time searching for the original source. You can see where this is going. With my genuine caption, generic photo, and source to my story and blog, no ads in the comments, I posted in our /pics. I chatted with a few kind Redditors about my story and was really happy to see people learning about Usher syndrome. Then I went to sleep. Well, all hell broke loose. My post made it to the front page of our /all. #1 in fact. I woke up to thousands of hurtful messages and comments, calling me a liar and telling me I don't have my disease, Redditors telling me they're happy I'm going blind if it is true, that I should kill myself, etc. There were some way worse ones I won't write here. I wish the mods took my post down while I was sleeping, but it made it to the front page and stayed up for some reason despite Reddit telling me I was a fraud. It then got posted to our /quityourbullshit where I got even more hate. I didn't say it was my picture, but I didn't credit the photographer. I seriously fucked up. I can't even tell you guys how upset all of this made me. Living with Usher syndrome is not easy. There is no cure and it's terrifying losing both my vision and my hearing. My vision especially. I want nothing more than to try to raise awareness for Usher syndrome to discover a cure. Not just for myself, but for everyone else who also has to live with this rare disease. I was so focused on my mission to raise awareness and share my story, I didn't make the effort to credit the photographer the way I should have. I fucked up Reddit. I am getting so much hate now, even outside of Reddit, from people finding me on my blog and other social accounts just to attack me. I'm sad that my post, which intended to raise awareness for Usher syndrome, turned into fuel for such negativity. We have too much negativity in this world and it's got to stop at some point. Thank you to everyone who was understanding and realized I made a mistake. Thank you Luke Stackpole for making your Bow Today I Fucked Up photo free for the public to use. I'm sorry for not taking the time to find you and credit you before. Your entire portfolio is stunning. From the bottom of my heart, I am sorry for misleading everyone and not posting correctly on a /pics. I really did fuck up, though. Too long didn't read. I tried to raise awareness for Usher syndrome by posting a picture on a /pics and failing to credit the photographer, Luke Stackpole. My post made it to the front page and Reddit now hates me. Edit, a nice Redditor, /Mike suggested I share the non-profit that donates to Usher syndrome research, so here you go. No need to click on it if you don't want to, it just takes you to the homepage of this non-profit where you can learn more about it all, the Usher Syndrome Society. Also, full disclosure, I am on the board of directors and it's a pretty amazing organization. Not crediting a photo perceived to be original, especially on the popular /pics, is one thing, but getting hate and death threats is uncalled for. I am so sorry. I can't imagine what it feels like to be in your shoes. But I am so glad you got to see the lights. I went to your blog and read your posts. Look forward to following your travels, Smile X. I hope this post turns it around for you. I also hope this post gives the photographer the credit he deserves. Maybe we can turn this all into something positive. Trying to keep in mind that even the hurtful comments are coming from those who have now learned what Usher syndrome is. What is this? A real FU on Today I Fucked Up. Non-sexual and one we can see actual evidence for. What a strange day. Hey, don't take it heavy upon yourself, most people are just itching for a reason to hate. Thank you. I just wish I had taken the time to find the photographer, none of this would be happening and I'd be creating positive conversations to help people learn more about Usher syndrome. It's hard to raise awareness for a rare disease and I'm sad I screwed up the opportunity. Do you realize that your mistake there and posting about it here creates more awareness for Usher syndrome? I have never heard about it until now. Even if the haters think you're lying, hopefully they know the disease is very real. You didn't fuck up, they did by being like that. Don't let it bother you, just think that on today I fucked up, you have just spread awareness. Thank you, you're right. It is creating awareness in a roundabout way. My parents don't understand Reddit, but I called them earlier to explain what happened and how upset I was with myself. They said, not knowing a thing about Reddit, if it means I've contributed to one more person in this world learning about this rare disease, then something good has come from my mistake. I am trying to remind myself of that. Thank you for your support. Today I fucked up by escaping an escape room. A friend of a friend has apparently been into escape rooms for a while now, and finally decided to create his own as a Halloween party experience for his friends. Since I don't know him, and wouldn't realistically be coming to the party, I agreed to take part in a test along with 3 other random folks that had been gathered for the dry run. It ended up being a group of 4 people who totally didn't know each other at all, as opposed to any sort of cohesive group of friends or employees. Our host told us a ton of rules and guidelines. Don't break anything, no answers are hidden on or in something you have to ruin in order to see it, and so on. He was going to stand inside the room with us, but was to be ignored as if he wasn't there. This was in case we needed any direction or if we started doing something against the rules. He wore a black mask and black clothing. Immediately at the start of the game, everyone got quiet and started looking around slowly. As I mentioned, no one knew each other, and it was really awkward. I didn't want to be the guy who's super excited to lead the group, and I guess they didn't either. The escape room was history themed. Computer printed photos of historical figures and explorers on the walls, a cheap dollar store style globe on an end table, and so on. Lots of books, stacked around. The first thing I did was look at the combination lock on the door, which had 4 numbered rollers. I put in the first relevant number I thought of, 1492, the date Christopher Columbus landed in the Americas. Lock opens. Things got 1,000 times more awkward. I apologized and explained the situation to the host, who told me to sit down for the duration, re-locked the door, and asked the remaining guests to figure out where the combination was hidden. The host was incredibly angry, but only in so much as I could hear it in his voice and see it in how he moved, mainly closing and re-locking the door hard. He didn't call me out for doing an obviously brain-dead thing and didn't say anything rude. Soon after, I decided it'd be better if I just left, apologizing again. Too long didn't read, put the first thing that came to mind into a combination lock, ruined an escape room. Edit, was told secondhand that he is mad I tried the lock right away instead of engaging with the puzzles at all. I can see how that can be considered a dick move, personally, but I appreciate everyone assuring me I didn't F you. I agree with you on principle I suppose, but I also can see how going directly for the lock was rude in a certain light. The escape room was intended to be easier than normal for the guests, the majority of whom haven't done one before. Dunno if that's legit or an excuse, of course. Thanks for all the positive responses. Can't believe he was mad when you exploited his greatest flaw for his benefit. Last time I went on vacation with my family, we each got to pick an activity to do, and I picked an escape room. No one else in my family had done one before. 15 minutes in, my dad picked the final lock. The hosts were cool about it, though. I'd be peeved if someone I was with picked the lock. I'm here to try to solve themed puzzles, not just watch you pick a 10-cent lock. Sounds like a very useful test run to me. These sorts of things happen all the time with testing where people are stuck in the happy flow, for instance with a mobile app at work where the developers would test the thing for weeks and deem it production worthy, and then the janitor crashes it within 1 minute after letting him try it out for a bit. A QA engineer walks into a bar, orders a beer, orders 0 beers, orders 99,999,999,999 beers, orders a lizard, orders -1 beers, orders a UAPSC. First real customer walks in and asks where the bathroom is. The bar bursts into flames, killing everyone. Isn't this sort of thing what dry runs are supposed to suss out? So I'm a hero. His fault for choosing such a simple solution to his escape room. Exactly, not your FU at all op. He was angry because he was embarrassed. Today I fucked up by accidentally assaulting a child in a public park. So today was pretty effing eventful. First, obligatory backstory, my best friend and I often go out on weekends, get drunk, party at clubs, etc. It's a lot of fun when everyone's enjoying themselves and letting loose. One weekend, my best friend's older brother came home from Croatia, first time in a couple years, to catch up with the fam and had plans with him to go out on the weekend. He offers me if I want to come, but I want them to have quality bro time, so I pass, truly wanting them to catch up and have some family time. It just so happened that weekend of all weekends that my best friend, we'll call him L, got into a fight with another group of guys. Although he and his bro didn't sustain too much damage from the fight, the other group were wasted from alcohol and pills. L and I got into talking about joining a martial arts gym. It would be for fun and fitness, plus, learning how to defend yourself seemed smart. We caught up and chilled at a local public playground. Keep in mind, imagine 2 grown-ass young adults climbing up and around a tiny playground in broad daylight, and began discussing joining a local kickboxing gym. Being best friends, we started talking some SHT, saying how much we deck the other and how we'd essentially easily fuck the other up. We began to mock fight in public with parents and children walking by on the sidewalk with amusement tinged with judgment. It was just 2 18-year-olds messing around. All of a sudden, I say something stupid in a mock Japanese accent, I'm Asian. Chill, and proceed to attempt a jumping, flying, roundhouse. No idea where the FCK my leggy going kick at L, when this child that couldn't be over 8 jumps in and says he are. I couldn't stop my momentum and proceeded to yeet this kid into the sandpit. No amount of bracing could protect our ears from the banshee scream that erupted from his mouth. I went into instant panic mode, running to the kid to check on him. He wasn't seriously injured, but my leg collided pretty hard. His older brother or something came over, laughing his ass off. I apologized profusely to both the kid and his brother, and when he stopped crying I talked him up about how strong he was to take such a ass whooping. His bro likely scolded him for running into an area where 2 tall dipshits were flailing their legs and fists. All in all, it was pretty wholesome. The child had a new story to tell at school, and I got to kick a child in the face. Win-win. That's a joke. TL Drive. Best friend and I were pretend fighting in a public park, and when I attempted to do a ridiculous kick I saw on UFC, a kid jumped in and became collateral damage. Worth it? Edit. Holy shit, thanks for the silver and gold, I am not worthy of this. I made this post at 12 AM last night, and when I woke up, I was not prepared for the absolutest load of humorous and kind comments. I appreciate you all. Edit number 2, I didn't make one point clear enough regarding the playground. Besides people walking past the area on the sidewalk, the playground was empty. Elle and I made sure that our presence wasn't making anyone scared or uncomfortable. If there were children already playing, we wouldn't have even entered the playground area at all. Hope that kinda clears some shiz up. I should not have laughed out loud at a kid being kicked, but this post has made my day. Best shit I've read all morning lol. I'm glad that my catastrophic eating of a child has brightened your day. Might make it my career if uni doesn't kill me first. Oh god, you're super lucky the kid was with a chill chaperone and not someone super overprotective. Yeah, When I saw Banshee scream, I definitely expected a crazy helicopter mom freaking the hell out. Sadly, I could see my mother or my sister causing a huge scene in this scenario. To paraphrase Urban Dictionary, yeet is a versatile word that can be utilized as a verb or a noun. It can be an exclamation to express happiness or excitement, e.g., if you make plans with friends to catch up and do something fun like going out, watching a movie, or doing cocaine, it is appropriate in this instance to exclaim yeet as loud as you can. If employed as a verb, it is often used as a battle cry or focus shout. When one utilizes yeet in this manner, they are conveying that they are putting forth all their energy, their soul, their power, into an action. E.g., I yeeted the child into another plane of existence. This is all open to interpretation, however, as one's intention when employing the power of yeet can have various subjective meanings. A simple rhyme I like to remember is, lest ye be intending to catch all dis heat, all ye be wary with the power of yeet. TL Drive. It's whatever you want it to mean. My nephew yells yeet if I'm reaching for something and he goes and grabs it first. He'll also do a little victory dance after and everyone laughs. Whilst I'm still standing there dumbfounded just wanting back whatever he stole from me.